Blue sky smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, living in love, my how they're flying. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Ba 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 da da dee, ba da da dee da 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 dee. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, living in love, my how they flying. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Nothing but blue skies from now on.
A service here this morning. Good morning, Unity of Payson.
Good morning.
Pull my microphone a little closer. Got that close microphone? Okay. So I'm delighted to see you all here this morning. I see somebody I know has never been here before in person. Two people, John and Bobby, who are two of our new members. Oh, well, this is new here. We got to celebrate newness wherever it is. And another two of our new members, Earl and Crystal, are here. So we'll be celebrating them later. So let's do this. Let's just take a moment to be quiet. And will you join me as we open in prayer? God of all goodness, we've been celebrating love a bit this week. But I think there's a true love that extends beyond our cultural celebrations. And so today we look to understand, to be aware, to know a true love to a greater degree than ever before. I am grateful for these loving people who have joined us both online and in person. So grateful. And in that spirit of thanks, I say, and so it is, amen. Amen. So we will be starting with our opening song. If you're here in person, I invite you to stand if you like. And the opening song is Something Wonderful. Oh, Donna's coming for the tambourine. Here we go.
Oh, oh, oh. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul, I can feel it in my heart. and it won't let go. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Oh, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul, I can feel it in my heart, and it won't let go. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Oh, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. And all this love inside, we can let it shine. Oh, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening today, right here, right now. Aye, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me. It's gonna happen to me. It's happening to me. Something wonderful, something happening to me. Can you feel it right now? Right here, right now. Something wonderful.
I knew that was coming.
Please be seated. I like the ending of that. I was waiting for it. I guess you were too. Hi, good morning. My name is Donna, and I am your hostess with the mostest. And someone's coming, moving the sign. It must be Rick. I miss people at this table. You know, Betty's in Florida right now, and she's usually at that table. And I don't know who else, but we're missing a few people today. Welcome to Unity of Payson. We're glad you're with us this morning. If you're with us virtually, please stay after so Reverend Neal can greet you. We want to recognize anyone new to Unity of Payson. I don't see anyone here that's new. If there's anybody new online, please, when we do our gratitudes, unmute and tell us where you're from. All right. If you want to be informed of our weekly activities, we have a Monday e-newsletter, Compliments of Terry, in the back. And it's chock full of fun stuff. So please leave your email with us. And you can leave your email at the greeter table where Charlotte is. Or you can leave it in the chat if you're on Zoom, or you can go to unityofpayson.org and leave us a message there. Again, we warmly welcome you, and from our Unity of Payson family, we say together, we love you, we appreciate you, we welcome you, and we bless the Christ you are. So it is. And now it's time for our gratitudes. Do we have a microphone? Who can we get to pass it around? All right. We're grateful for all of the events we continue to hold and the technology that allows us to meet both in person and virtually. If you have a gratitude to share, please raise your hand. And if you're online, you may unmute to share and mute again when you're done. All right, can we have a gallery view? So we have 7 right now.
So I must say, to start it, that I am grateful for our new members that are joining us today, particularly Earl and Crystal that are sitting beside me, and Bobby and John that are sitting in front of me. I'm not sure why Neil and Leah cannot be here, but they're not at the moment, I don't think. But I'm just glad for all of those that are joining us, and also Genesis Dixon in Arkansas. So that's a good start. Now, who else would have a gratitude? I'm looking around. And
Earl has a gratitude.
I think I'm grateful for, I just spent some time up in Oregon with my family, and it's just beautiful to have been there. It was nice to see snow and kind of different to see like 6-7 inches and how the town just stops. Anyways, it was just beautiful to be able to help my daughter move and just, and see her just get something that's just beautiful. And the other thing I'm grateful for is this beautiful woman and Valentine's Day together. So.
He said he was grateful for a beautiful woman who is his wife.
And if you're online, that's Crystal.
Crystal, yeah.
Who's next? Charlotte here.
Charlotte.
Okay. I just want to say I'm grateful for all of the wonderful people here who have given me rides so I can be here. So I just want to send that out.
Next, anybody? Going once? Anybody online? Twice?
So we have Kay, we have Frosty, we have Ed, we have Karen, and we have Claudette so far.
Well, yes, Claudette, we missed having you here this morning, you and Scott.
Yeah.
Sold.
Okay, time to move on. Unity is grounded in meditation and affirmative prayer. And so we're going to have a slide for that. Because Betty's not here, I don't have a prayer stole on. She usually brings the prayer, unless they're in the closet. No? Okay. Anyway, our chaplains are available to pray with you, not for you, but with you. If you have a prayer concern, you may call, well, actually, you may email your request if you're online to Neil back up, unityofpayson@gmail.com. And there's also a prayer request box in the back, and you are welcome to put your prayer request in there. And our chaplains will pray with you for 30 days and then forward your request onto Silent Unity for another 30 days. And what they do there is 24/7 prayer vigil. There's always somebody in the prayer tower. Every half hour, there's an associate in the cupola. Cupola? Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, it's at the light is on 24/7, and that's been over 100 years of that. And that's Bobby asked me the other day if Daily Word was a Unity publication, and it is. And that's been over 100 years also of that. All right, so if you want a chaplain to contact you, please leave your contact information with your request. Today, I'm sorry, I haven't done this in a while. Unity of Payson's theme for February is Reflections of Love. And the affirmation, want to say it together? I am love. reflective of the divine, recognized in myself and extended to my world. Very nice, thank you. There's power in word, especially joined together, spoken, where two or more are gathered. Today's speaker is Rev Neal Worthington, and the title of his talk today is The Love Hall of Mirrors. The Love Hall of Mirrors. And let's see, this is not the first Sunday, so we're not doing mission and vision. It's time for getting ready for meditation.
Just want to mention that one of our new members, Earl, is doing the meditation this morning. And so we're looking forward to that after the meditation song.
So let's get ready for meditation. We have a native flute music to get us ready in the mood. And then Earl will come up and do the meditation.
When I was first asked to do this, the first thing that came to me was an old song. And there are many levels of love. There's romantic love, there's agape love, there's obsessive love, there's erotic love. Point being, there's many different levels. But the one thing that I probably believe more than anything is that love is a verb. It's a process. And so before I begin mine, I want to also say that if you look up the different types of meditation, there are many, 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 many types of meditation. There's one where you just sit still. There's one where you gaze at a candle. There are many. In East Indian, they call the levels dharana and dhyana, and you finally get to a point which is called samadhi. Point is, like love, meditation is a process. And the one thing I want to give about that is that there's no wrong way to meditate. You may not get the results that you wanted, but you'll learn what not to do next time. Or maybe you'll want to just experiment with something different. So today, let go of all those expectations, because aren't expectations nothing but premeditated resentments? You know, so when we think about that, let's just think about what we want to do. How do you meditate? Take a moment to just think of how you meditate best. I get my best meditations when I'm actually giving a massage, not getting one. Motorcycle riding, bicycle riding. I love a movement meditation. How do you do it? But for right now, think about that. Reflections of God. In order to know how to reflect it, we got to know how to receive it. But just take a moment and let your brain absorb the love of God. Don't put anything in there. Let it come to you. Let sounds, no matter how simple they are, just be part of the process. Now take a breath. And just imagine what that feeling is. And with it being a process, it takes practice. Practice at home. Practice driving down the road. Be gentle with yourself more than anything. remember that no matter who you see, you can reflect that same feeling to them.
Thank you, Earl. I love the silence. I appreciate having an opportunity for that this morning. But it's Sunday morning and it's 10:25 or thereabouts. So it must be time for a quiz. So today I'm looking for an acronym for a candy company, and that acronym is also a candy. What is it? Well, John, you spoiled it right from the start. The surprise table back there, John, you get to visit. No, that's exactly it. The New England Confectionery Company. So let me tell the story anyway, even though. Between you and Betty, you know, we gotta. So you have to wait 3 questions until you answer, you know, something like that. So, the Necco candy produced, anybody, if you can't see it, it's Sweethearts. And here's how it happened. In 1847, Oliver Chase discovered how to cut candy wafers into little shapes. And he did that for quite some time, and I think probably the circle shape became the Necco candy. And his brother, it was a family business, by the way. They came in a roll wrapped in paper. John, you want to come up here and help me?
I gotta tell you, I grew up early in Massachusetts and used to drive by.
And the Necco company was in the Boston area. So, well, you have an advantage there, John. Oliver's brother Daniel devised a machine to stamp sayings into those shapes, those wafers that were in particular shapes, and it didn't go into heart shapes necessarily right away, but in 1901, Sweethearts were born. And they had little short sayings on them. Well, I love you is one of them, but the one that really sticks with me, by the way, they've been updated over time. It used to be phone me, now it's text me. LOL, that's on Sweethearts now. Didn't used to, so it's you know, as things are going along, there's been some adjustments. There are lots of sayings on those little candy hearts, but the one I really like, and the one I want to work with today, is true love. True love. So we're going to talk about that as we talk about the Love Hall of Mirrors. A couple of introductory things as we get into talking about the Love Hall of Mirrors. I'm going to affirm, and I ask you to go with me, the truth that is in our affirmation, which Donna always also led us in. I am love, reflective of the divine, recognized in myself, and expressed to my world, extended to my world. That's the basis. But we add not only a spiritual meaning, but also a psychological meaning to this. Carl Jung. Somebody remember him? Did a lot of work on the idea of projection and the shadow. And though he didn't necessarily use the mirror imagery exactly like that, it was the idea that you projected and that projected back to you, reflected back to you. So keep that in mind as we go along. And then let's just consider love and the ways that we are looking. And those are the things that I want to consider today. First of all, I want to talk about looking at love. On the outside, people have a particular look. It isn't always the same. Sometimes it's a little different. Sometimes you aren't looking the same, so they seem a little bit different. But it's as though they are a mirror, and the mirror is of sometimes somebody you like, sometimes somebody that you don't necessarily like, or you don't like what they're doing, or you don't like their attitude, but you still get a reflection. Puzzling. Any one person can appear differently at different times. But what's happening is you're getting introduced to the idea that separation, two distinct people that are separate from one another, it isn't quite so. But there is a connection, a huge connection, and that understanding of our oneness, which we talk about often, is going to allow us to see truth in a different way. If we didn't believe some of the things we learn from spirituality and psychology, we could go to science more generally. And our good friend Albert Einstein had this to say about the idea of us being separate from one another. A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings, as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons, those nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. Looking at love. When we're looking out there, let's look not only for first appearances, but let's look for love. I am love, we affirmed in that affirmation. But the interesting thing is that that other person is love as well. There's that connection because you're of one stuff. You're all of the same stuff. The judgment I may have of you as I'm looking at you probably isn't a true representation of who you really are. But the judgment that I make of you, interestingly enough, gets reflected back to me. And there's something in that reflection that comes back to me that's part of me or an aspect of me or some issue that I've got to deal with. How I look at you may have something to do with how I see myself. When I look at love in that other person, I not only affirm the person I am looking, and we're talking about looking a little deeper, and we'll get there. When I look at love in that other person, even the person that you may dislike, I not only affirm them, but I lift up my own image in looking at love. Number two, looking in love. Oh, I don't mean in love in the way we traditionally use this, but looking from within love. Because the atmosphere, everything around us, all that is created, the universe and beyond, is a creation of the divine, and the stuff of which that is made is love. If you're not with me yet, just take it for granted for a minute. That beautiful, attracting, harmonizing, and unifying force is love, and it's all around us. We're within it. So we're looking within love, in love, looking in love. Going back to Einstein, is reputed to have written a letter to his daughter, which she read after his death. It wasn't to be read before. And he said this in the letter, or somebody that was a student of his. It's debated. There is an extremely powerful force that so far science has not found a formal explanation to. It's a force that includes and governs all others and is even behind any phenomenon operating in the universe and has not yet been identified by us. This universal force is love, according to Albert Einstein. True love, as the saying goes on that little sweetheart. Rumi would look at the universe and say, love is the whole thing. We are only pieces. And we look in the Christian scriptures, and now you got to think big with me, because I don't want you to think about you or one unique individual, but I want you to think about that universe that is love. So think of it, the universe, we're thinking big. That love is patient. That love is kind. That love rejoices in truth. That love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Not just the love that you've got in you, but the whole big love. So the air I breathe, the natural beauty that I enjoy, the planet that I walk on, the sun, the moon, the stars, the people I disagree with, the people I admire, all of them are part of that big love. So I must remember that I'm looking from within that atmosphere of love. It is the source of my love. And as I breathe it in, I've got something to work with. So, looking at love, looking in love, or within love, let's looking from love. Let's talk about that. In Unity, we use a process of praying called affirmative prayer. We affirm what we believe to be truth and that it is a gift to all of the people of this universe. And the same is true with love. We are connected to that love, and so when we project, if we're conscious enough to do so, we project from that love, not just from ourselves, but from also that whole big love that envelops us. A really nice way to put that is that when we look at someone else, we're looking from love, and instead of just looking or gazing or gawking or whatever we may be doing, we're using a word, and thank you, Kay Butler, because this came up yesterday. We're talking about beholding. Becoming aware of what's beneath the surface, what the real essential nature is of that person we're looking at. So when we come from that place, it changes what comes back to us as well in that reflection. We're looking deeply. We're setting ourselves aside. but we are nonetheless seeing ourselves when we express love in that way. What am I mirroring, we might ask, to those that I naturally love? My frenemies. I'm not sure whether I like that word or not. Or those that I radically disagree with. What am I mirroring to them that also comes back? Love is a very natural thing. Deepak Chopra says to it, love and be loved is the most natural expression of our being. We just need to learn how to look at love, to look within love, and to look from love. I really like that mirror image kind of thing, because when we look from love, remember this, we say to one another, namaste. We might also say that additional explanatory phrase, the Christ in me beholds the Christ in you. We're looking entirely differently. We're in a hall of mirrors and we're seeing different things. But when we see them, we realize that there's more to it. We're going to look behind that mirror. And when we do, that mirror reflects back differently than when we first looked at it. That mirror image is the poet Derek Walcott in a poem, Love After Love. Just like the way he puts it. The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome. So, there we have the three things, looking at love, looking from within love, looking from love. How do we do that? I'm going to suggest three little things. So perk up your ears. You may want to try one or more of these things. Number one, see yourself in the other, warts and all. Being reflected back to you, some of those warts you may have as well. I think that honesty, that we know we're projecting something and we know something's coming back that's of the same nature, that's imperative. So see yourself in the other. I realized that I've done this for quite some time. When I was a young feller, probably about 30, that's a few years ago, I attended a class on the interpretation of dreams. And that class gave me something that stuck with me to this very day. And when I have a dream, I don't remember dreams a lot, but when I do, I use this method of understanding that dream. The dream may be about somebody walking in red shoes, a dirty corner with a broom in it. Anything may be. It may have people that I know, people that I don't know. And I ask the question of that dream. I am like the red shoes in that, and I fill in the blank. I am like this person in that, and I fill in the blank. I'm like this situation in that, and I fill in the blank. What I'm doing is taking the reflection and being honest enough to receive it. Because that's what allows me to make changes. When I get that reflection that's not necessarily likable, I can do something about it. Point number one. See yourself in the other, warts and all. 2, look for the energy of love. When we talked about that big love, look for it. You've been there. You've all been there. There have been just times there's been a feeling about whatever's around you, like you're in the middle of some energy-charged sanctum. That's the big love. Look for it and feel it. When you start looking for it, you'll find it a lot more. Feel it and know that you are within that and that it impacts you and the other person and all that is. And number 3, we talk about kindness here in Unity. Kindness works for all. We talk about that a lot. I suggest that you do something kind for somebody that you disagree with this week. Intentionally. Say, I'm going to be kind to somebody that just rubbed me the wrong way. Because in projecting that kind of love, if you will, you may see a different response than you had last week to that same person. So I challenge you to try it. Choose something to do that's kind for someone that you disagree with. So, we're back to that wafer that's shaped like a heart that's got something stamped on it. True love is the one we're focusing on. Love what I project and what I see coming back to me. Love what surrounds me, the very atmosphere that I'm in. Love that I look deeply, that I look beyond the appearance to the Christ within each and every person that I come in contact with. I'm grateful that this is the truth, and so it is.
And so it is. What? Oh. Oh. Give him to her anyway. She might give him to someone else. Okay. Yeah, I like the idea of the big love. I've been there. If you ever get a chance to go to Unity Village, there's some big love there. There's so many beautiful paths with trees and grass, and there's a rose garden, and there's fountains everywhere. Yeah, it's a love fest. So, it's time for our offering celebration. Unity of Payson is a source of spiritual nourishment and inspiration. And in this community, we receive gratefully and give generously. We have a giving tree over here. I would invite everyone to take a look at it and either take a heart or leave a heart today. The hearts on the left are offerings, and the hearts on the right are what people want to receive. So, and there's more of them in the heart bowl and some colored pens that you can write. So on one side is what it is you want to receive or give, and the other side you put your name, first name, and your phone number. And leave or take. That's how we grow our community. We greatly appreciate your gifts in support of this ministry. Your gifts not only support this spiritual community, but they go out to the larger community. If you're here in person, we have a basket against the wall by the door to my right in the back, and there's a saying next to it, and it's this saying, which we'll say together in a moment. We encourage you to place your gift in that basket before service or after service, or even during service as you are moved. For those online, or those who wish to make a recurring gift, you may donate at our website, unityofpayson.org. And there's information for giving on the slide. Okay. So let's go ahead and say our giving affirmation together. Freely we give, and freely we receive. And so it is. We thank you for your support. And we'll have special music, Let Your Love Unfold by Daniel Nahmad, to listen to during our giving experience.
Remember as a child you dreamed of flying to the sky. Now there's nothing stopping you but doubts inside your own mind. You know that you can be whatever you would like to be. Your time has finally come. The world is ready now to see you. Let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world, starting with you. Let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world, starting with you. Yes, you have the power to make anything so. Only you and God know where you are really meant to go. Rest assured that all your dreams are born to come true, if you just find your strength inside and let it shine on through. Let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world, starting with you. Let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world, starting with you. But do you love yourself as you know you should do? You are a child of God, no wall you can't break through. You've just got to believe that your great destiny awaits. All your wildest dreams will turn into your certain fate. So let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world, starting with you. Let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world, starting with you. Let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world, starting with you. Let your love unfold. Let your love unfold. It will change the world. It will change the world. It will change the world, starting with you. Starting with you.
And so for our offering dedication, we're grateful for all the gifts that we give and for the divine promise of abundance. We bless the gifts and those who give as we say together, divine love flows through us, blessing and multiplying all that we are, all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. We are prosperous without limit, and we are grateful. And so it is. Amen. Next Sunday's speaker, Rev Neal. And his talk title is Divine Love Reflected. I would say praying it forward, but it's paying it forward. Sure. Praying it forward. It's like it's projecting it. If I smile at you, then and you smile back, then you smile at someone else, and they smile back. That's what I think of. Okay, announcements. I'll share a few of these. Qigong and Tai Chi with Teresa. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30 in the morning on Zoom. And you get to Zoom how? unityofpayson.org. Click on the blue Zoom link. All right. So she has this acronym for Qigong. Q is quiet silence. I, internal self-acceptance. G, gratitude for gifts in our lives. O, openness to new levels of growth and strength. N, now, present moment. G, gentleness, deep breathing, gentle stretch and movement. Doesn't that make it so inviting? Makes me want to go. All right. We also have a Course in Miracles with Rev Neal, first and third Tuesdays at 3:30 p.m. on Zoom. The next one's this Tuesday, February 18th. We're starting our writers group back on Zoom. March 11th is our start date. And that'll be the second and fourth Tuesdays at 4 o'clock on Zoom. If you're interested, please let me know, and I will send you out prompts at the beginning of the month for us to write on for our first group. And you can text me at my 928 number, which is 978-3299. 978-3299, and that's going out to the world right now. Okay, maybe we can edit that out, I don't know. And I talked about the giving tree. Don't forget the giving tree, because this is February and this is for February. And so, P.S. from Neil.
We zip through Morning Cafe and Saturday Soul booths. Don't miss them. They're good. Okay, we'll make it quick. So the PS today is something very special. We have 4 of our 7 new members in attendance here right today, and I would like to ask them to come up and join me up here so that you who are online can see them a little bit, and if, yeah, just if you don't mind. We all want to see you. So if you guys stand on this side, be careful. Yeah. Did we get everybody in? Yeah, we pretty much did. Nice. Yeah, there we go. Squeeze in. We don't have Crystal. There we go. Come on in, Crystal. We got it. So these, I guess if we had 7, we wouldn't all fit in the camera. But we're here. We are grateful for the signs of growth and the wonderful gifts that all of these people have, and the fact that they're joining with us, a symbol of our oneness. And so, you know, clap loudly. We're welcoming these and 3 others. And Terry, if you will put up the slide now too, and then we're going to clap for everybody. Because I'm going to put the names of everybody up there. There we go. Our new members, Bobby Crosby here, John, Crystal, and Earl, wife, but anyway. Neil and Leah Helfman are not able to be here, and Genesis Dixon is in Arkansas. So we welcome all of these, and for the rest of us, well, actually, you can give yourself a hand too if you want to. We welcome you as new members. There we go. I have something for all of these new members. I must confess that I ordered something that I said I was going to get in 2 days. And the 2 days are not here yet. They won't be until March. But a little book that is called How to Speak Unity. So it kind of gives you an idea of that. So I will get those to you, all of you. And but I have a certificate of membership here. Well, let me give them to everybody. Earl, there you are. Crystal, Bobby, you can pretend this is you. Right. And not to go get short here, I have for each, so we just have something to, even though you don't like the taste of them.
I don't like the regular necklace.
Oh,
I do like these.
Okay. Earl, and let's get the right one. They even have a place I can write on here. So John and Crystal, welcome, welcome, welcome to this family, and we're so grateful to have you be a part of the family. One more clap ring. You guys can go. Anytime. Or you can stay up and say something if you want to. No, don't be sorry about that. So we almost in this on time. We're doing pretty good. So it's time for us to close our service. Remember, if you're with us online, please wait just a minute. I'd love to greet you in person. So if we'll here in person, stand with the prayer for protection. If you're online, I invite you to say it as well with us. Here we go. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am present. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And so we have our closing song. And if you start gravitating toward the cookies and the coffees during the closing song, or if you want to sit and just sing, whichever you want to do, we're wrapping it up. Oh, one more thing. I invite everybody to join us at Thai Station, at the Thai restaurant, for lunch afterwards. And hopefully you guys can come, and you guys can come so we can get to sit with you just a little bit more. It's right by Basha's. So we'll extend our service there. And now, Song in My Soul. Go ahead, Terry.
There is a song in my soul. It sings, I am whole. Everywhere I go. There is a song in my soul. it sings I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings I am whole. There is a song in my soul, it sings I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings I am whole. I am whole, 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 I am whole. There is a song in my soul, it sings I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. There is a song in my soul, it sings I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. I am healed, 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 I am healed. There is a song in my heart, it sings I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. There is a song in my heart, it sings I am loved. It whispers in my ear.
Now review. Okay. Oh, okie dokie. Well, there's two of me there. Can we get a gal review on one of them? We're working on it. There we are. Let me say hello, Ed. It's good to see you. It was great to have you here last week. Oh, when were you here? A couple of weeks ago. And so we're glad you can do that when you can, when you're back up here after the weather turns. Maybe we'll get you a little more often, and look forward to that. Kay, thanks again for that tip on Behold. I really like that. As you can tell, things changed a little bit from yesterday to today in terms of, I love that. Claudette, oh man, we love to see your face, but I'm glad that you're here online. And Frosty, as always, and you were with that group yesterday for our Saturday Soul Boost, so you get a slightly different version of the message. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you again soon. Bless, bless, bless.